fingers crossed that the Pet Shop Boys won't get covered in snow when I let them in. I'm going to hide behind it. Oh no, you see, something a lot more dramatic and theatrical. Welcome, Neil. Lovely to see you. Come in, come on in and get warm. Happy Christmas to you both. Come and sit down. It's a bit warmer in here than it was out there. Do sit down. Don't these cushion covers remind you of Doris Day a bit?
They do a bit, yeah.
They remind me of Doris Day, sort of, yes, that lovely gingham thing.
Actually, I'm too young to remember Doris Day.
Oh, well, I'm not, so I don't mind telling you that they do. They're very Doris. Welcome both. Welcome back.
Hi.
Can it be a whole year has whizzed by since you were last with us? Now, to say that it's been a busy year, 1991 for you, is a bit of an understatement, really. What's been the one thing that will leave you with the most lasting impression, do you think?
I think doing the tour this year was, particularly when we played in Eastern Europe, you know, we played in Hungary, we played in Yugoslavia and Zagreb, where of course there's all the trouble now. And
what was the atmosphere like when you were there?
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we didn't realise there was anything untoward happening at the time.
And at the time there was a truce and they thought the situation was going to improve. But it was amazing, because of this political situation, we hadn't sold any tickets because no one thought we were going to come. Yeah. And we arrived the day before and they put us live on the television and we sold 7,000 tickets and the place was packed. And it was, it's probably the last pop concert they've had there, and the atmosphere was really, it was the best gig of the whole tour, actually.
So spontaneous, managing to sell out in a day.
Yeah, the promoter was very relieved.
I bet, good promoter as well, but he knew. Does touring become a way of life after a time? I mean, can you carry on writing new material whilst you're touring?
Well, we didn't write anything whilst we were touring. I think some people do. I think MC Hammer, or Hammer as now is.
You can't say MC anymore.
I think he wrote his previous album whilst he was on the road, as it were. But I don't know, the last thing you want to do is start writing songs when you're performing all the time.
Just keep your energy going.
Yeah.
How heavily involved did you get with the designer and the director? Because it was such a lavish spectacle. Did you get involved with the way you were going to be presented on stage?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had the idea of, you know, going to these opera people, and we just gave them a tape of all the songs, and they treated that as though it was the score of an opera or a play or something like that. And we sat around and discussed lots of ideas, but then they came up with the whole concept and the designs of the costumes, and we sort of said yes or no.
Did you ever sort of balk at something and say, no way, that's just not what we would do, not what we want to do?
Yeah, but we did it anyway.
Thanks for being in with us.
Nice to be
Pet Shop Boys are going to stay with us during the morning, and you can ring in and phone them with your questions on 081 811 8181, and they've got a great competition and a great prize coming up later on too. Now, oh, excuse me, this is what they do on the news. I think we've got a bit of a news update now from James in the woods.
Hello, that's right.
Christmas tree, you know, sort of pinned to the wall there. Poor Gordy. Welcome back.
Hello. Hi.
We've just been discussing Christmas presents and how tricky it is sometimes to get the right present for the right person.
Very difficult.
Dads in particular.
Dads in particular.
If you're watching, Mr. Tennant, you've got a great present coming your way. I've got lots of questions to get through here. Let's start with one from Evelyn.
After you've been with each other for so long, did you hate each other after the tour?
Well, you notice they're sitting a little bit apart, aren't they, at the moment?
Only after the first couple of minutes.
No, well, actually, when you're on the tour, it's good because you're with a big crowd of people, and it sort of makes it rather fun, you know, that you've got all these people you see every day, and you can go out partying or clubbing or something with them afterwards, and there's all the gossip of the tour, and so it's not like you're sort of left to your own devices very often, really.
No,
It was good fun in that aspect.
Company of people rather than just a duo out there
Yeah.
on your own. Let's see what the next question is on the phones. Who's on line one?
Yes, I'm on line one.
Hello, who are you? Oh, Susie, I can see your name now on the screen.
Hi,
Susie
Neil.
Pye.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
What do you do with all your clothes that you don't wear anymore? And what happened to all the costumes on the performance tour?
Well,
all the stuff from the tour's in storage until we decide not to tour again, and then it'll be sold off, I suppose, to these places where you can hire stuff from. And personal clothes, they just kind of clog up my wardrobe.
Do you hang on to everything?
A lot of things. T-shirts eventually just disintegrate and get thrown away or become dishcloths.
I keep things for sort of sentimental value, like like the coat I wore in the West End Girls video several years ago, still hanging in a wardrobe, and other things I give away to friends or to charity shops
Do
occasionally.
you get asked to donate things to auctions and things like that?
About once a week, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, for instance, Annie Lennox organised some auction for Shelter. We gave one of the costumes from the tour we did 2 years ago. I came on at one point with this dressing gown and pyjamas. We gave that. They had some celebrity auction, which we gave to that. And we do that quite often.
Why, were you hoping to grab an outfit there, Susie?
I am actually, because I like your Issey Miyake outfit, the fisherman outfit. I thought that was brilliant.
Oh yeah, I've still got that.
For the BPI Awards. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it sounds like that's still being worn, sort of. Sorry,
Have a
Susie.
good Christmas, you two.
Same to you. Merry Christmas, Susie.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Susie. Bye. Now, sort of along the same line, well, no, clothes. Still about clothes. Tamara's question.
Why do you use a different set and different clothes for each song you sing?
Well, just to make it more interesting for us, I think. And we like buying clothes and having a different look. And also it kind of distinguishes one record from the other.
Because otherwise they all sound the same.
I think that's very funny, sorry. Right, let's go back to the phones now. Who's on line 2?
Hello,
Hello?
Who's there?
it's Kay.
Kay, what's your question?
I wanted to know, when you were young, did you always dream of being pop stars, and is it like you thought it would be?
When I was young, I did a long time ago. When I was very young, we used to like the Beatles and Town and Motown and all that.
You said you didn't remember Doris Day.
In the 60s, I was lying there. And I always wanted to be a pop star, and I got a guitar and I used to write songs, but I don't know if I ever thought it would really happen. It was only when I met Chris and we started writing together, obviously, that the whole thing happened for both of us. But I used to want to be an actor, but having appeared in the film, I realised I don't really have acting talent.
What about you, Chris? Was it something you'd always wanted to do?
No, it's a very strange experience becoming one, really, because it's the last thing you expect to happen, I was all set to become an architect, I went to university and everything, and then this all happened, and it's kind of still a bit strange, sort of feels quite bizarre still.
Sort of got in the way of it, didn't it, really?
I'm still a bit ill at ease with it all.
Thank you very much, Kay. I mean, when you were writing about other people singing, Neil, as a journalist, I mean, how frustrating was it?
It was frustrating. It was all the same thing. I always loved pop music and music in general, and it was great for me to go and work at Smash Hits as a journalist. Before that, I'd worked as an editor in book publishing, and it was much more fun being at Smash Hits. And then kind of in the evenings, at the weekends, we were already working on the Pet Shop Boys at that point anyway. So my whole life was music by then, and so it was really exciting. People often think you must have thought, I could do better than you, when you're doing Duran Duran.
Yes.
But it was never like that. It was just I still am interested in pop music,
Yeah. Just as well, really, isn't it?
It is, really.
Now there's a question from Claire.
Yeah. Are you planning to do any more DJing?
Well, we really enjoyed doing the Simon Bates show, which we did in August for a week, and it sort of went reasonably well.
How did that all come about? I mean, what was your initial reaction when you were approached?
Sort of terror, really, because Simon Bates, we were told, was going away and he wanted to have celebrity guests for 4 weeks. And we just thought it would be really great to be able to go and play all your favourite new records. At the same time, I remember the first morning we went live, Simon Mayo hands you over live on the air at 9 o'clock, and Chris was working all the equipment and playing all the records. I've never been so scared in my life at anything we've done, because it's amazing you've got like 9 million people apparently listening to you.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't some of the other celebrity guests record their shows?
I think they may have done, yes.
But you went
He says
straight in there
tactfully.
and did them. They did. we have that on good authority. They did. But you went in there like, how long did it take you to familiarise yourself with the desk? And was it something that you knew about already?
No, we went in a couple of times the week before, and it's really quite complicated, because you've got like 3 turntables, sort of 2 cassette decks, 2 CD players, and all the jingles, and you can very easily switch everything off by mistake, or leave the microphone on when you think it's not on and start chatting and get feedback. So it's a bit like learning to drive a car. It's easy once you've got the hang of it, but learning, you're a nervous wreck.
How long did it take you to actually enjoy it?
Oh, I think after the first programme started, once you got into swing of it after 10 minutes, we were enjoying it every day. It was really, really good fun. And it was great because you get a lot of reaction. The phones ring all the time, and there's a fax machine there, and there's faxes coming through all the time with people saying that it's great or they absolutely hate it or whatever. And Fergus, Simon Bates' producer, who was kind of sitting with us to stop us panicking. And it was really good fun. And to answer your question, we are going to, I think we may do it again sometime next year. They have asked us.
That's great. Let's look at your competition now.
Let's do that.
The prizes, well, everything's signed here, isn't it?
Yeah, these are
album.
These are the kind of incidental prizes. There's our album discography, and on all the formats, as they say. The video discography. This exclusive T-shirt, which we can't remember whether you can buy anywhere, and a DJ culture one, which is the hip and happening one to have. But also, the main prize actually is we're going to give a gold disc of discography with the name of the person who wins on the little plaque on it. And so, also, we haven't got that because it's going to be made specially. So that's actually the main prize.
What's the question?
The question is, what is
I have no idea.
You've forgotten. I haven't. The question is, how many top 30 hit records have we had?
How many top 30 records have you had?
And that's a clue that they're all on discography.
Okay.
So you can look on the back.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks
Great to see you again. I hope it isn't another year until we can get you back on Going Live. If it is, well, see you next Christmas.
It's a kind of regular fixture, isn't it? Yes, Merry Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just go to that question once again. How many top 30 singles have Pet Shop Boys had in the UK? We're talking about the UK chart only, okay? Answer on a post.